What's up, guys? Pachata Rockstar here again. It's been a while. Good to see everybody. Sorry I haven't streamed in a while. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. It's been weird. That's it. But I just played an incredible game. Haven't played in months, but I had to make a video on this one. It's insane how crazy this game is. Like, I can't wait to talk about this one with you guys. So, let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Alright. So first things first, immediately getting scrap. Scrap is always important. I was thinking about going Frontier Runner Solar Skeef, but I was like, I'm not going to give my opponent scrap. If he gets a bunch of trade, I'm okay with him having a bunch of trade. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of big stuff on the row, so no problems there. And, of course, for trade. Immediately gets Star Market. It's an excellent card. It's the best card out of these. Again, maybe Solar Skeef, Frontier Runner, but Frontier Runner kind of blows your deck later on. And some argument could be made to have Mobile Market, but again, you'd rather have Star Market than Mobile Market. And especially you don't want to give me Star Market. But that leads me to think, now I have to get Mobile Market. Star Market, when it first gets played, it activates, but then it gets activated again and again and again when multiple bases come into play. So my thinking was, if I could steal all the bases from him, his Star Market is only going to activate once, and then it'll just sit out there and do nothing. So I was trying to sort of blunt the effect of his card. Yeah. So I think it's definitely the right play. Getting the Ravager also could have been worth thinking about. It's 6 damage. It'll control the trade row. I think that also would have been an okay play too as well. But giving him 2 bases, not the biggest fan of that. So he stocks up. He's got all the trade in the world. I don't really like this play because, again, like I said, there's nothing really huge out there for him to get. So it's not like there was like, you know, an 8-drop where he's like, oh, I'm going to target that 8-drop. That would make more sense. If you acquire trade, you want your trade to do something. And since there's nothing out there that's really worth buying, like at least not investing 8 trade into, buying trade is somewhat worthless. He should be picking up the Ravager. He should be picking up Stellar Reef or Warding Beacon to keep it away from me. Start acquiring damage now. You have plenty of trade. There's no reason to wait. And so now I'm thinking I've got 5 trade here. I wanted to go take the Orbital Shuttle, keep that away from him, and then pick up some more bases. Again, I'm just trying to keep bases and base things away from him. But I made a bit of a mistake here. If you go back just a little bit, with 5 trade, there's no reason I can't go Orbital Shuttle. I can't just buy both bases or go Ravager Orbital Shuttle, which I think would have been a better play. But my thinking here was just buy bases, keep them away from him. And also, maybe the Stellar Reef was going to live for a while, but if that was also the case, could have picked up Orbital Platform. But I think my main goal was trying to keep Orbital Shuttle away from him, because that is a way for his base deck to really start pushing and thriving and locking the game out. So I was kind of thinking long-term with these buys, but I'm not 100% certain these are the correct buys. But good news is I had to pick up a lot of trade, and there's the 8-drop. So now it becomes a race to pick up the Emperor's Dreadnought. And so most of the plays from here on out for both of us is going to be an attempt to try to pick up the Emperor's Dreadnought. See, and now he picks up the Ravager. And, you know, he's got 6 trade. So I think this is a good play. I think it's better than picking up the Orbital Platform. He hasn't really committed to bases, but he does pick up a base, and now he has some damage. He's looking to start turn his deck around now. I think it's a good play. It's a good decision. Now, I make a huge oopsie here. I play this, I get 2 trade. I could have played the defense bot and bought the Warning Beacon, which would have given me 2 bases in play. Now, it wouldn't have activated, but I at least would have had both of them still there. So, what ends up happening is I end up buying it anyway, and I scrap the mobile market for no reason. It does give me 2 trade, it does let me get a Predator, but I didn't know that Predator was there. So, yeah, whoops-a-doodle. So, gotta say, I've made a couple of mistakes already in this game, and quite frankly, I'm a little rusty. So my opponent drops 6 trade. He immediately buys the Frontier Hawk. Probably will go Mining Mech, I would assume. Oh, then he gets very lucky and flips. Yeah, flips the Siege Ship, which in turn allows him to kill my base, which in turn allows him to get Blob Miter, which means now my defense bot doesn't activate, which, oh god, it's terrible. as perfect for him. And now he's got a really solid deck with a lot of good trade, and he can outlast me now. So I'm on the defensive for sure. So I pick up this. My thinking is to try to get the Plasma Vent later on. Hopefully he doesn't get it. I only had 3 trades, so it's really the only thing I could afford. But now I'm gunning for Plasma Vent. I'm gunning for Emperor's Dreadnought. I'm looking to get these big things. That's how I'm thinking I'm going to win this game. And now I get supremely unlucky. He drops the 1 yellow card he had in his deck, and then gets to put the Dreadnought in his hand. Oh god. How do I... what the fuck? Oh lord. Now I'm scrambling. Now I'm thinking the only way I can win is just play purely defensively. I picked this up for the defense. You know, I'm just trying to protect my face, plain and simple. Just trying to protect my face, and hopefully I can snag Plasma Vent. So now I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, I've got enough for Plasma Vent. This is great. And then guess what happens? He gets Plasma Vent. How the fuck did I win this game? I don't know how the fuck I won this game. Good question, Ryan. Well, the good news is so now I'm thinking pure defense. I'm foregoing scrap. I'm not foregoing scrap. I take it back. But I'm thinking I'm going to just try to chip away, you know? And I get a little lucky in a sense that he is not really damage focused anymore. He's just kind of making buys that extend the game but don't really win him the game. So, defense bot coming in clutch allows me to kill everything. Picking up another solid base. This is good, man. And then I grab the blue for healing. So again, I'm thinking pure defense. Bases, healing, defense. He's going to extend the game. I'm going to extend the game. But because he doesn't have a lot of damage, my thinking is that I can eventually set up a base wall. But now he buys 2 Lancers, 2 base destroyers. This is good. No reason to pick up the Blob Miner here. And this is another mistake that he makes, where he ends up buying too much stuff. His deck's already bloated. He should have been buying Conversion Yard, for instance, or just other scrappers, you know? He doesn't have a lot of scrap. He doesn't have a lot of damage. And now I got a base wall set up. I pick up the scrapper now. Yeah, and now I'm just looking to make my deck as efficient as possible. So now I'm thinking scrap, base. That's my game plan. Now for him, he should be thinking damage and scrap. He's already got enough stuff. He's got plenty of bases. He's set up. And so the mistake that he ends up making is he keeps trying to add stuff. He should have grabbed Battle Barge because he should know that I'm going base and that he's got bases. But leaving me Infested Moon is probably not the best idea. But the good news is bases are living. See, now we pick up Battle Barge. We're looking great. There's a second Battle Barge. Oh, God, if I could get that, I'm feeling good. I still got a lot of life. Like, I'm not really that dead. And then he drops the hammer on me. He makes another mistake here. Why is he scrapping that? He doesn't need to. He does not need to. He was going for the kill when he's going into his deck, but his deck is so bloated, the likelihood of him drawing enough into the kill wasn't there. I think this is a big mistake on his part. He should keep the base out and force me to put damage into it. Scrap this too. Yeah, at least he does that. I mean, so it was a big turn. You know, I'm down to 14. But he should have kept that base. Because what if I don't even have 5? It's very possible I don't have 5. And even if it does, you know, forcing me to put damage through a base is a really good idea. You know, and then that base is dead, and look what else he does. He doesn't top deck. Let me make sure he didn't top deck it. Yeah, he could have top decked. The fuck. Whatever. The other base. I forgot what base it was. He could have top decked that other base, and he chose not to. I don't know why. And he scraps the Burrower, which is damage, which he should have grabbed himself. You know. So now he's looks like he's going yellows. So his new plan is to make me discard? I guess? But I'm at 14. Why are you making me discard? Just buy damage. And the thing is, your deck is so bloated, you really should be trying to either scrap it out or just acquire damage. He really should be going for the throat here, and he's not. So I'm down to 12. Things are not looking good. Give me a base. Give me a base. I need a base. That's a base. Fuck yeah. Drawing, dropping damage, setting it up, getting super lucky. Very lucky. Yeah. Now I'm thinking I got a real shot to turn this around. If he doesn't draw all his damage here, I'm going to set up big time. And I get very lucky. He draws nothing. His deck is bloated. And this is the problem. I already went through. He already, you know, shot his wad. And now I'm getting into the weaker part of his deck. Now he can't get through my bases anymore. Now I'm going to set up big time to where I just lock him the fuck out. Boom, boom, base, drop, scrap, drop, boom, boom, boom. Get it. Let's go. Buy more bases. Battle Barge is set. Oh, I just need 2 to live. Just need 2 to live. Oh, fuck yeah. 2 to live. Let's go. And this is ball game. Who knew it turns so fast? Omega's back. Bam. 9. Kaboom. It turns that fast. It turns that fast. Wow. Oh, what a game. What a game. There's no way I should have won that game. But, you know, he made a lot of mistakes. He didn't focus on damage. He got way too much trade early. He tried to go base strategy, but then kind of didn't commit to it. Then he kind of was going discard strategy, didn't really commit to that either. And that's the problem. He didn't have a plan. He didn't have a plan, and then he committed to that plan slowly. Whereas I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. And even in the beginning, I made several opening game mistakes. But as the game went on, I knew what I had to do. And he sort of forced my hand, right? He was like, you know, he had a lot of bases set up. He was knocking me down in terms of damage. So I needed to figure out a way. And I was like, okay, we're going to play purely defensively. We're going to set up base wall. He doesn't have a lot of damage. That's how we're going to win. And sure enough, comeback city, and we won. So yeah. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. I feel like this game incorporated a lot of different theories and a lot of different ideas. So yeah, I hope you learned something from it. I'm going to try to put out more of these. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you later.